meeting everybody. Ignite is a huge conference. It brings out all the people, and not only SharePoint like last year's. Last year's, Microsoft used to make it only in Vegas, only SharePoint people from around the world, but now we can actually meet people that are in the system center, in the IT pro, Windows, so we can really meet a lot of people that have a lot of different skills. And it's cool because Microsoft is bringing all their technologies together, all experiences together, and everything is made to work together now. So it's really good to see people from all around the world with different skill sets and ask how are they doing projects, what's happening in their business, and how everything is evolving. It affected it quite a bit because before it used to be a deployment cycle every 3 years. So every 3 years you'd start a project, you would migrate to the next software, it'd take 1 year, 1.5 years, and then you were done for 2 years, you wouldn't do nothing except patch it and everything. But now, some of my customers are starting to go to the cloud, they're planning their migrations, and they don't have to manage all their systems internally anymore. They can actually focus on doing their business, on making more money, instead of managing the databases and everything in the back. So they're a lot more productive and they have a lot less internal costs. Well, some of the challenges is that you have to use a third-party tool. Microsoft doesn't yet have an out-of-the-box solution to migrate from SharePoint on-prem and to SharePoint Online. Another big challenge is that SharePoint has always been known as a development platform. So most of the companies have a lot of custom software, they have a lot of custom branding, and when they try to put it to the cloud, they're like, hey, we spent all this money getting all these custom solutions that work for our business, and now we can't put it in the cloud. And lots of companies have way too much custom that they shouldn't have, so now it's really tough for them to migrate. As a SharePoint IT professional, I have to adapt because you don't only have to know the on-prem SharePoint and SQL anymore. You have to know all the Active Directory stuff, all the ADFS, how to connect the hybrid between SharePoint on-prem and on-cloud. You have to learn all the on-cloud limitations and what customers should stay on-prem, what customers should go in the cloud. So it's a lot of stuff to learn for SharePoint IT pros. They're doing a pretty good job for now, but they need to upgrade their tools. And even today in Bill's Bear session about SharePoint 2016, he said that doing a SharePoint hybrid deployment is about 10 to 15 TechNet articles that you have to read. And if you do a wrong PowerShell command, everything's going to break and it's really hard to repair. So they really got to help us in giving us more tools to make the deployment to hybrid and going to the cloud a lot easier and a lot less fragile than it is now. And then we're going to be able to help more customers get into the cloud. Start preparing today. Even if you don't want to go to the cloud today, start preparing today. From a SharePoint perspective, you don't have to customize everything. For example, keep collaboration sites. You don't have to brand them. Keep the internet portal separate. You don't have to prepare your solution. Take what you can from now, custom solutions, try to see if you can make them into apps. So whenever you go into the cloud and you decide to go hybrid, you can go right away if you have them in apps. You don't have to wait to recode everything. And also a lot of things that companies have been missing is if you have to renew a license soon, don't get the on-prem only license. If you have to renegotiate your enterprise agreement, get the Office 365 licenses, and they actually give you CALs for on-prem as well. So whenever you want to move to the cloud, your licensing is not going to be a showstopper for your migration. My name is Vlad Catrinescu. It's at Vlad Catrinescu on Twitter. I actually blog on my own blog at absolute-sharepoint.com. And also I own a community called sharepoint-community.net that has about 8,000 members right now. We have about 100,000 pages per month, and it's really active. We get a lot of blog posts. We have a live chat where you can talk to people, meet new people, and then you can meet them at conferences. So you can meet me on any of those sites, and if you have any questions, just tweet me at Vlad Catrinescu, and I'll be happy to answer.